Hello CA final students. I am back with another revision video. Today we'll be discussing only one section, that is section 455. Friends, when we study company law, there is a chance we might leave one or two sections here and there. But why to skip these sections when we can cover it in just 4 to 5 minutes? So without wasting any time, let's get started. This section was newly introduced in Companies Act 2013. Initially, there was no such concept of dormant company. But do you know what was the need for introducing this section? Let us understand it first. We know that company being a separate legal entity can hold assets, enter into contract. In this way, a company can now invest into the assets or intellectual property and then use it later. But why will a company do so? Well, a company might see a cost advantage in buying it now and then using it later. And a restart is always better than a fresh start. So a company might be incorporated by fulfilling all the procedural requirements subject to certain restriction. The longer the company exists, the greater it is valued. So a dormant company not being active still has a status of company in the eyes of law. Now, let us look into the main section, where a company is formed and registered under the Act for a future project or to hold an asset or intellectual property and has no significant accounting transaction, such a company or inactive company shall file application to ROC for obtaining the status of dormant company. In this part, we come to two most important definitions. One is inactive company and the other one is significant accounting transaction. Let us look into the definition one by one. Inactive company. The definition of inactive company is divided into three parts. Inactive company is a company which is not carrying any business or operation or which has not made any significant accounting transaction during the last two financial year or has not filed the financial statement or annual return during the last two financial year. Hey, wait. We have also read something like this in other two sections. That is where a company has not filed financial statement or annual return for continuous period of 3 years and 5 years. Which sections gets attracted? Comment down below if you remember those sections. Next is the definition of significant accounting transaction. The explanation to section 455 does not define significant accounting transaction. Rather, it defines what is not a significant accounting transaction. Four of things are given here, that is payment of fees by company to ROC, payment to fulfill the requirements of the Act, allotment of shares to fulfill the requirements of Act, payment made for maintenance of office and records. Now, how a company will obtain the status of dormant company? To obtain the status of dormant company, the company shall file Form MSC1 along with the prescribed fee after passing special resolution in general meeting to this effect, or by obtaining the consent of at least 3/4 shareholders in value. After considering the application, ROC shall issue the certificate in Form MSC2. The dormant company, instead of filing financial statement and annual return, has to file the state return of dormant company in Form MSC3, which indicates the financial position duly audited by a chartered accountant. The dormant company will have to maintain the minimum number of directors and also file such documents as may be prescribed. This dormant company may also again obtain the status of active company by filing an application in Form MSC4 along with prescribed fee and MSC3. Also, if the company remains dormant for a period of consecutive 5 years, then ROC shall initiate the process of striking off. ROC will now consider the application and grant the status of active company in Form MSC5. There may be a situation where company is actually functioning and has obtained the status of dormant company. In this case, if ROC has reasonable cause to believe that the dormant company is functioning in a manner which may initiate proceedings for inquiry under section 206, ROC in such case, after giving reasonable opportunity of being heard, may remove the name of such company from the register of dormant company and treat it as an active company. Now we have come to the last part. Prior to making an application, a clean sheet is necessary, and therefore Companies Act prescribes certain situations where a company will not be eligible to apply under this. These are as follows. There should have been no inspection, inquiry, or investigation carried out, nor any prosecution should be initiated or pending against the company. The company should not have any outstanding deposit, neither it should have defaulted in payment of interest or deposits. The company should not have any outstanding loans, but if a company has obtained the consent of the lender and enclosed the same in Form MSC 1, it may apply for the status of dormant company. There should be no dispute in management or the ownership of company, and a certificate in this regard should be enclosed in Form MSC 1. The company should not have outstanding statutory dues, taxes, duties payable to central government, state government, or local authority, and it has also not defaulted in payment of workman dues. The securities of the company should not be listed in India or outside India. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This will motivate me to make more of such videos.